Well, cutting across to protests that are taking place in the capital, the FTII students who had been protesting in Pune so far have reached New Delhi. The government, of course, says that these protests are politically motivated. The students, about 250 in number, have been asking for the removal of Gajender Chauhan. They are also earlier
ये है कि आप हमारी आवाज सुनो और हम अकेले नहीं हैं, हमारे साथ और भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं, यही बताने के लिए हम दिल्ली आए हैं।
मिनिस्टर एमओएस का कहना है कि इस इशू को पॉलिटिसाइज किया जा रहा है, एक पार्टी स्टूडेंट्स के साथ खेल रही है।
हमने एज ए स्टूडेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को, सभी पार्टीज को अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइन लेटर्स भेजे थे, जिसमें से राहुल गांधी जी ने रिस्पॉन्ड किया और वो आए। अगर वो कह रहे कि वो हम पॉलिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं तो पहले क्यों नहीं इंटरव्यू कर रहे? तो यही सरकार इंस्टीट्यूट भी तो चला रही है, तो अगर उनको इतना ही पॉलिटिकल उस प्रेशर से डर है तो हमसे पहले ही डायलॉग क्यों नहीं करते? ये हमारी मर्जी नहीं है, हम चाहते हैं, हमारा सिर्फ इतना ही मकसद है कि अभी पार्लियामेंटेरियन हमारा मुद्दा उठा, बस हमारा और कोई मकसद नहीं है पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को।
Well, Sneha is reporting on this. Sneha, we understand that these students say that if the government wanted to sort this issue out, well, in fact, Aditya is on the phone line with me. Aditya, protests now have reached Delhi. The government says that the students are trying to politicize this issue. The students rebut, saying that why was the government not talking to them in the past? This protest has been going on for 50 days.
Well, absolutely, it's the 50th day of this protest, and in fact, strike by the FTII students. They say that they will continue, in fact, have a strike and launch the protest at a massive level, and in fact, also get some kind of an assistance and support from different central as well as universities in Delhi. So clearly, the protest is escalating, but the government sources have been maintaining. Sources, in fact, confirmed to Times Now that there have been back-channel dialogues that have happened. In fact, the last such dialogue through back channels was, in fact, in the last week of July. But even as there was some kind of consensus, but it seems that the students have gone back on that particular consensus that was reached with the ministry officials. And even as the protests escalate, both the sides are completely adamant on their demands. On one side, the students say they want a transparent mechanism, and also in no way do they agree with Gajender Chauhan's appointment as the chairman of FTII. But on the other hand, the government also says that they have done whatever was required as per the law, and certainly they are not going to back down or will not be on a back footing. But at this moment, the entire FTII Mahabharat has taken a political color, with Rahul Gandhi, the Congress vice president, in fact escalating this entire issue by visiting FTII. And also there have been several left parties that have been supporting this FTII protest, showing solidarity with the students. Now, protesters, in fact, coming to New Delhi, marching from Jantar Mantar to Parliament Street. But big question is, what exactly will lead to some kind of a solution in this FTII Mahabharat, even as the protests only seem to escalate.
Now, Aditya, what are you hearing from the INB ministry? Are they going to begin talks with the students now that they are in Delhi? Is something of that sort going to work out? Because what the government seems to believe is, now that this is political, they have all the more reason to back the candidate that they've put in there.
In fact, I have been speaking to very senior bureaucrats in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting as early as just a couple of hours back, and they say that they have, in fact, a lot of consensus with the students. There have been back-channel dialogues in the past as well, and as I was mentioning, the last such dialogue happened in the last week of July. And they say they met the leaders of the student union and also the FTII Solidarity Front, and tried to give them assurance that there will be strong academic backing and also financial backing from the
Minister MOS saying one party is influencing the students, the matter is being politicized.
See, the first thing was they called us leftists, and then after a point they called us Naxals, anti-Hindus, then anti-Indian. Then now what we did was we went across the party lines. We spoke to the BJP MPs, we spoke to the Congress MPs, we spoke to the left MPs. And then when Rahul Gandhi responded to our invitation.
Well, students over there rejecting the charge that's been made by the government, saying that they're not being backed by any political party. This, of course, has come to the fore after Rahul Gandhi visited FTII on Friday. He spent about close to 2 to 3 hours at the FTII over there, after which the government has said that Rahul Gandhi is trying to politicize this issue. In fact, the Congress party is trying to instigate students to protest. Today, FTII students have reached Delhi. They are carrying out a protest march from Delhi University to the Parliament Street. At the moment, of course, there is no headway as far as this issue is concerned. The government says that they are unwilling to talk to students. In fact, saying that they had reached a consensus of sorts last week, but that is something that the students are not willing to take.